Hey everyone, ready to unlock some serious potential with the 5 a.m. Club.
Yeah.
I know, those early mornings can be tough, but trust me, Robin Sharma's on to something here. We're diving deep into his book today, not just the what, but the why.
It's not your typical productivity book, is it? Shama gets you with this whole story, almost like a parable, about where we find wisdom and what it really means to win your day.
Yeah, right off the bat, you're in this high-stakes seminar with this entrepreneur. Super successful, but totally burned out. And of course, she's skeptical of the whole thing.
And the seminar leader, the spellbinder guy, he's dropping some serious truth bombs. Like right from the start, he says, each of you has a call on your lives. Basically, we've all got this potential, this instinct for excellence, but we hold ourselves back.
But it's the other people there that really
Definitely.
bring it to life. You've got this artist totally open to the message, and then totally unexpected, a homeless man shows up.
And the entrepreneur, she's judging him, right?
Ah.
But then he starts talking about pain is the doorway into deep. Like, whoa, this guy's got wisdom you wouldn't expect.
Totally. It's like that quote, I can't remember who said it, but something about how dreams help us conquer nightmares because they show us we can face our fears. That unexpected perspective can be so powerful.
Exactly. It's like Sharma saying, wisdom can come from anywhere, from anyone, if you're open to it. That's huge, especially these days when everyone's telling us what to think.
Right. Challenges assumptions. Okay, so back to the seminar. All this talk about potential leads to the big reveal.
Mhm.
The 5 a.m. Club. Want to win? Join the club. Bold move, right?
And he backs it up. He talks about increased focus, energy, creativity, less stress. And he's not just pulling this out of thin air. There's actual science behind it.
And our entrepreneur, she's starting to see it. Always plugged in, always on, and it's actually hurting her productivity.
Oh, for sure. It's like that constant digital noise is drowning out our own thoughts. The homeless guy says it best. Joining the 5 a.m. club is the one behavior that raises every other human behavior.
It's about taking control back. Okay, so we've got this 5 a.m. Club idea. Then it gets even more interesting with the 20-20-20 formula. Have you ever tried anything like this? Structuring your morning this way.
It's pretty cool when you break it down. First 20 minutes, intense exercise. But it's more than just getting physical, it's training your neurobiology, Sharma says.
Right, and then you've got 20 minutes of reflection, journaling. But not just your gratitude list. This is deep stuff. Effortful self-purification.
It's about understanding yourself better,
And to wrap it all up, 20 minutes of learning, personal growth,
becoming more valuable to yourself and to the world.
exercise, reflect, learn. Sounds good, but how do you fit it all in? Well, that's where we meet the billionaire who swears by this method.
And not just some out-of-touch rich guy, right? He actually learned from the spellbinder himself, living proof that it works.
And he is fit, full of energy, even though he's not exactly a spring chicken. He keeps talking about how personal growth leads to success in every area of life.
But he's not all about the money, you know? He's got this incredible life, adventures, real connections, and he says the 5 a.m. method made it all possible.
And to prove it, he whisks them off to his private island, Mauritius. Can you imagine?
Talk about a wake-up call for the entrepreneur, right? Seeing how the other half lives, but it's not just the luxury.
No, it's more than that. It's like he's chosen experiences over things, a connection to nature.
It's about living a fulfilling life and having the freedom to do it. And for him, that came from the discipline of the 5 a.m. method.
So we've got the island, the mentor, things are clicking. But then remember those weird messages the entrepreneur was getting? Turns out something shady's going down back home with her business.
Yeah. Sharma takes us on a wild ride. It gets dangerous, really tests the entrepreneur's resilience.
And the billionaire, he's got her back, guiding her through it. It's pretty cool, actually.
It is. And while that's happening, the artist is dealing with his own stuff. He's afraid of being judged, holding back his creativity.
And he starts to realize that art, real art, takes that same kind of dedication, that willingness to push past your own limits. Sounds familiar.
Totally. And I like how Sharma shows them supporting each other, realizing they're both on this journey.
Okay, ready for another adventure? Because the next thing you know, they're off to India.
Not just any trip, though. He takes them to the Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal. What does that have to do with anything?
It's brilliant, actually. Think about it. The Taj Mahal, it's this monument to human creativity, to dedication, to long-term vision.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
And the billionaire, he's not just talking the talk, he lives it.
Exactly. He says, ordinary people can accomplish extraordinary feats once they've routinized the right habits. It's not about some special talent. It's about rewiring your brain.
And he even gets into the science of it, neuroplasticity, right?
Yeah, showing them how the 20-20-20 formula is literally changing their brains, setting them up for success.
And then just when you think it can't get any crazier, he's like, let's talk about strengthening scenarios.
Yeah. Intense, right? He's talking about pushing your limits, sleeping on the floor, cold showers, running in the snow with barely any clothes.
Wait, seriously? The billionaire does that?
He does. It's about proving to yourself you're capable of more than you think, breaking those mental barriers.
Okay, so they're in India, soaking it all up, and suddenly the billionaire pulls out this ancient scroll.
And on it, his secrets to personal mastery, the 4 focuses of history makers.
It's like a treasure map, but for your life, right?
Totally. Okay, first focus, capitalization IQ. Basically, figure out what you're good at and use it.
He's got this quote, dedication and discipline beats brilliance and giftedness every day of the week. Love that.
It's about showing up and doing the work consistently.
He also says A players don't get lucky, they make lucky. So good.
It's about creating opportunities, not waiting for them.
Okay, second focus, freedom from distraction. And he's not just talking about putting your phone away.
It's deeper than that. It's about protecting your mental energy, being present. Our brains aren't made for multitasking, you know.
Oh, he talks about creating tight bubbles of total focus.
Right. Designing your environment for success. No distractions, just pure focus.
It's like giving yourself permission to be fully present. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, third focus, personal mastery practice. Sounds pretty straightforward.
It is. It's about those daily habits, the things you do to take care of yourself and grow.
Exercise, mindfulness, that kind of thing.
Exactly. The foundation for a great life.
Okay, last one, day stacking. What is that?
It's simple, but powerful. Start each day with intention, asking yourself, what can I do today to get closer to my goals?
I love that. Okay, so we've got the 4 focuses, and then he brings it back to the 20-20-20 formula, right?
Yeah, he breaks it all down, gives practical tips. Like for exercise, find something you actually like, you'll stick with it.
Makes sense.
And for reflection, he gives journaling prompts, techniques. For learning, read, listen to podcasts, never stop growing.
It's cool because he's this super successful guy, but he's also really open about his own struggles. He talks about dealing with loss and how sharing these principles helped him heal.
It's like, it's not just about achieving things, it's about connecting with people, being there for each other.
Speaking of which, the entrepreneur's business drama, it comes to a head. Things get pretty intense.
Yeah, like really intense. But she uses what she's learned, finds that inner strength.
So she saves the day.
She does. And where do they end up? Rome.
Rome, of course, why not?
But it's not just sightseeing. This is where he shares his billionaire's maxims. And it's not about money. It's about living with purpose, being grateful, finding joy.
Sounds like the perfect ending to this crazy journey.
Right. And he takes them to this secret place in Rome, talks about connecting with history, with something bigger than ourselves.
And then remember the homeless man?
Yeah. What about him?
It turns out he was the billionaire's mentor all along.
Whoa, no way.
Talk about a plot twist. It's like that reminder that you never know where you'll find wisdom.
Totally. And he leaves them with one final thought. Memento mori.
Which means
Remember that you will die.
intense.
It's not meant to be morbid, though. It's about living each day to the fullest, you know,
Ugh.
making it count.
Wow. So after this deep dive into the 5 a.m. club, what's the takeaway?
For me, it's about looking at your own life, your habits. Are you living up to your potential?
It's definitely got me thinking about my morning routine, that's for sure.
Me too. And even if waking up at 5 a.m. isn't your thing, there's so much in this book that's valuable. The focus, the intentionality, the day stacking. You can do that anytime.
Exactly. It's about finding what works for you and committing to it.
And maybe, just maybe pushing yourself a little bit, getting out of that comfort zone and seeing what you're really capable of.
That's a great takeaway. So if you're feeling stuck, uninspired, this book is your wake-up call. Reclaim your time, unlock your potential, create a life you love. That's what the 5 a.m. Club is all about.